Whoa, ho, 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 ho. Whoa, it's the illusion reporting from somewhere on spaceship Earth. We got a signal going on out there? Anyone receiving? We don't know anymore, man. The sky got to smash that thumbs up. Nate, yo, Kevin Villa, what's happening? All right, what's happening? So I'm going to talk a little bit more about the scam that's going on. That is this big giant censorship that's coming to YouTube via I forget the FTC thing, Kanga Koga. So all right, so this is all a giant con job. So. And it's all being hidden behind the kids once again. So let me break this down. If you don't know, if you're not a content creator, then you're not hip to what's going on. In order to upload any videos right now, you have to say whether your video is for children or not. And if your video is, you label it for children, like there's no notifications, you can't get any ad revenue, whatever. It limits the access. You can't do a live stream, all sorts of stuff, right? And it's all being to protect the children. So I've been doing a little bit of digging on this issue because look, I don't make any of my content for children. My son, who has been part of my thing, I don't know where my videos lie. Like it's I'm going to have to kind of figure this out. I don't know whether I need to go label all these videos that owls appeared in as children's content. I don't know, dude. It's super lame what's going on. So let me give you the groundwork. So what happened is the Federal Trade Commission hit YouTube with $178 million fine in September get this. This is what YouTube was fined for, and this is why we're all getting throttled as creators. YouTube was releasing the information of the children that were viewing YouTube content. So if you had a child that's watching YouTube unmonitored, it's insane what's going on here in the sense of like no parents are apparently responsible for monitoring what their children watch. But if your children are watching, somehow they can get an account and be under 13 years of age, right? Which seems weird to me. So YouTube was giving out all this information on these children that were viewing YouTube content. And that's what they got slammed for $178 million with, because they were just being scumbags and giving away all this data about all these minors that were watching YouTube videos. All right. So all of a sudden YouTube's like, hey, we got to do something about this whole thing. And it's to protect the children. You know who wasn't protecting the children? YouTube. Muffin Money. Thank you, Cassie. And again, so I started to dig a little bit, and I was like, what's going on? Because I don't watch family channel or kid content. Like I do not give my child an iPad and be like, hey, watch what you want, dude. It's not my jam at all. And so I went and dug around on these family channels, and it's all these EB. There's this channel EB, right? So the EB family. So I went and checked out their thing because they got 8.4 million subscribers, right? Turns out they've only been around 2 years, and they're full YouTube apologist family. So I went and checked out their content, right? I was like, all right, what are these people all about? And it is the most convoluted. It should be illegal what these people are up to. And these are like full, like the legitimate YouTube family content people. I'm like the shaytards. It's all these shaytard people. And I'm like sitting there and I'm like, Marie Logan, thank you. And I'm like, wait a minute. Like I don't make any of my content to market towards children. Yeah, my son is sitting here. My son is sitting here because I'm a sober adult sharing the journey of being a parent. I don't have him. It's so weird when you read the thing, but you go and you get it because you see that all these families had turned their kids into like wind up money make. Look, man. I've been pretty legit with my whole YouTube channel, the whole thing. I'm just a dude sharing his life. I'm not using YouTube as some platform to get rich and this and that, or I would have done it differently. I looked at all the family stuff early on, and I was like, because I remember meeting with those people who were gonna, and they were like, if you make family content, and I was like, that's not who I am to sit and like have my children be monkeys to dance before the camera, right? So you dig into this thing a little bit. So I probably forgot the name of it. So what's going on is they're trying to squeeze all the people that make children's content into the child YouTube channel and have them all go through an ad agency called Finacte or something like that. I just watched the video so I could get this data point. I already forgot the thing. So what they're trying to do is they're not removing the ad. They're putting in native advertising in these things. So if you're making family content, you got to go through this agency now where they'll product place products in your videos, right? And none of it addresses the pedophiles that are actually on YouTube. So let's say you're a channel like mine, right? Owl's here. We're making Legos. We're doing what we're doing. We're hanging out. We're talking. We're throwing rocks off cliffs. Whatever. Just because you remove the comments doesn't mean you're making my child any safer from the. I know what's out there, and we have a pretty good crowd, but the whole guise of they're doing it to make it safe for the children is a misnomer, dude. It's a full scam. What they're trying to do is they're trying to like throttle people's content like me. And make me have to go through something because I'm not that dude. I don't make that. I don't make your jerk off family content. I'm not that guy. I could care less. I'm just a dude sitting around, playing around who shares his life because I'm an example of sobriety and God. And all right, so if you look in this thing, they're going to fire up the machine learning thing in January, beginning January 1. They're going to set the machine learning loose in everybody's like video playlist or whatever and determine what is content geared towards children, which is an insane thing. But you get it when you begin to go poke around in the children content thing and like just type in family YouTube channels and look at it's insanity. I get why it should be illegal, like what they're up to. And I'm not like saying, because there's a difference between me sharing my life with my son, children, and my wife and my journey and the whole thing versus what's going on these family channels, which is straight up like it's not organic what's going on most of these family channels. It is straight being financed by the industry. I can tell. I live in the industry, in the belly of the beast. Dude, these channels aren't organic on any level. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to get rid of all the regular people like me that are actually just like hanging out making content for my $16 a day, because you know what it is, because I don't sit around and play the YouTube game. So they got to get rid of us all. So I sit there and it troubles me because I'm like, if I read the qualifications for what it is, I don't meet any of them. My child's not an actor. We're not doing any scripted YouTube videos. We're super organic. Nothing we do is made for. There's no cartoons. There's no music. There's no weird voices. There's nothing geared towards children. And then if I go look in my analytics, no children watch my YouTube videos. So I sit there and I go, okay, but the little trial balloon said a couple of them were like child content, and they were like Lego videos or whatever. Again, this is the weird thing. The Lego videos that got flagged as child content are Lego sets for 16 and older. They're like the upside down house. The upside down house from the far side is I would argue adult content on Netflix. And also that set says for 16 plus, but I'm getting flagged as making child content. So it's darker than you would see, because what's going on is YouTube's not going to use its machine learning to root out the scumbags on the thing. And you know what, as far as I'm concerned, you know what YouTube can do is just put the big restriction plate on the front of the video. If you enter this video, you certify your dude. All right. In order for me to order Lego parts, like Lego parts on the Lego website, I have to put my age on a thing and be like, it's asked, how old are you? Oh, I'm 50. Boom. Because if you're a certain age, it's like the little hype guy at the amusement park. If you're a certain age, Lego won't let you order parts on their thing. Yeah, it's pretty like just say how old you are, but like if you're a little kid, you don't know this. You're gonna be like, I'm 11, and they're gonna be like, sorry. So the fact that YouTube can't police this whole thing on their side is, I'm not gonna use profanity, but you know where I'm going. And so I'm asking myself, I'm sitting there, because like, again, the only reason I even found out about this, besides the stuff showing up on my download pages and stuff and my little notices on my pages, was because I've jumped into the Lego world. And all of a sudden yesterday or the day before, all these Lego channels were like, oh my God, YouTube's going to kill my channel. And I'm like, let me check what's going on here. The Lego, because you know what I mean? I've joined the Lego universe, dude. And I like to make videos of me making Legos. All right, big deal, dude. Turns out, like, I've asked, like, so what I was doing to get out of the nonsense that is the YouTube black hole of drama, I was like, I'm just going to go make super full-on family-friendly content. Like Legos. No family-friendly content for you. No positive content. You're out. And I'm like, what? And so as much as I just tried to steer my YouTube ship to positive, you're out of here, dude. How's that? As much as I just tried to make more positive content. Because so I'm at this crossroads. So I was driving last night, right? And I'm like, nah, dude, I'm gonna power through this storm. I'm gonna power through this storm. But what gets me bummed out is I've used inadvertently part of what my YouTube channel is my scrapbook, man. I've been using this YouTube channel as my scrapbook, man. I literally have just been making videos to remember. And you guys, most of you people understand, I've been using this as a way to just time capsule. And I've always known it's a sketchy thing, dude. Because, you know, when the fires happened, all my pictures burned up. My hard drives burned up. So the concept of, I just tell you people out there, get sober just to be conscious of your memories. while they're occurring, while you're making your memories so you can be 100% conscious. I'm 100% conscious with my son, and I was looking at some content, going through my thing the other day, and I was like, I don't even remember making that video with Al. And I'm conscious. Like, look at my eyes. I am 100% stone sober conscious with my child, and it's a blur. So I don't know, man. You want to have a bunch of pictures in a box, dude? Well, they burn up in fires. You want to have a hard drive full of photos? They burn up in fires or get flooded or whatever the case may be. You want to store your videos on Instagram or YouTube or in the cloud or whatever it is, subject to be the powers of the people that control the hardware. This again goes to my thing with all you Bitcoiners, dude. If my YouTube, to me, my memories that I've created with my family that I've kept in my YouTube gulag, my YouTube ghetto, to me are invaluable, more than any Bitcoins on the planet. Dude, these guys can just decide to change the rules and delete whatever they want. So you think your little blockchain currency is safe from the deleters? You're high, dude. You need to get off you gotta get off the teat of the man, dude. I'm telling you, Bitcoin's the biggest Trojan horse ever, dude. But whatever. So let's get back to the subject of this giant YouTube scam that's going on. So I've sat there and I'm like, I'm not gonna roll over. Hell no, dude. And I'm not. I sat there and I have a BitChute account. I'm like, do I start uploading stuff onto BitChute? But if you look into BitChute, they're borrowing. YouTube has, and most people don't understand, is YouTube piggybacks off of Google, right? It's the same corporation essentially. It's the alphabets, right? So all the server space, because you look at it, you're like, and this is really what's going on, by the way, people, is they're running out of server space. Twitter's having the same problem. There's so much data being collected, they can't build big enough data collection farms or whatever, dude, right? Because all those require huge amounts of energy, huge cooling issues, huge amounts of hardware, right? So you have a guy like me, I got 2,000 videos, dude. I got 2,000 videos in the thing somewhere, right? Let's say each one of those videos is 10 minutes average, which is a safe bet. That's 200,000 minutes of YouTube content, accessible by anyone with the YouTube account, right? So you look at like the amount of bandwidth or memory or hardware it keeps to keep the memory. Like the cloud, what's the cloud, right? It's not a cloud. It's some building out in the desert somewhere, in some basement somewhere, in some warehouse somewhere with a bunch of flashing lights, dude. That keep it. So you're little like, I'm gonna stick my photos on the cloud and they're gonna be safe. Yeah, well, dude, let's just hope the sprinklers don't go off in that building. It's in some building somewhere, dude. So what's going on again is it's a sign of the times, people, of the fight for your right is happening, and it's subtle, dude, because if you're not digging into what's really going on in this Kaga, whatever the heck it is, children, the FTC. So people don't get this, the way that they've worded the whole thing too. It's like, I can get fined $42,000 per video they deem angled towards kids that I haven't declared. I'm like, dude, they can shut my whole thing down like that all of a sudden. I don't know, man. I debate it because I in my space, I'm like, not one thing have I ever made. I'm thinking right now. I can't say that wholeheartedly. Generally speaking, almost with certainty, none of my content has been geared towards children under the age of 13. But then again, what is a skateboarding video? Is that my bowl cut video? Is my bowl cut video, you could argue that's as asinine, sophomoric, childlike, not content as possible. So, like, is my bowl cut 1000 video going to get restricted because at the very end I hold up Owl? Like, I don't know. It's so convoluted, and they keep saying it's to protect the children. It's not to protect the children, because if they wanted to protect the children, they would just be like, look, you're not allowed to put any child under 13 on any YouTube platform, and just end the story right there. They still want to make the money, dude. So that's why they're trying to push these people through this FINECA or whatever it is. Like, if you're a legitimate content creator, dude, it's so just, but it's the thing of like, I got my buddy in San Francisco who's always like, it's been, and I've known it's been coming, dude. We've been surviving. This is, like, this is going to be the third YouTube apocalypse, dude. And like, it's been nothing. YouTube's been nothing but a pain in the ass. Like, it just the whole time, dude. So anyway, support the channel, put some dough in the thing while you can. I don't know. So I thought about it. I'm like, I'm gonna have to change. I was sitting there with Owl this morning, right? We're driving to school, and I was like, I want to make this video, and him in the back. And I'm like, if Owl's sitting in the back of my car while I'm making a video, is he an actor? Like, I don't know. And I'm almost willing to not play their game to find out. But then again, if it all gets deleted, it all gets deleted. I don't know, dude. It's so lame, dude. But I get YouTube used to be way cooler. But the thing is like, where the rubber meets the road with me is, there's nothing I'm doing on here that I have a clean conscience, dude. I don't feel any danger. I feel that my viewing audience is pretty safe. I think we've rooted out all the bad seeds. And yeah, if some weirdo wants to sit and watch my channel and be a creep, well, that's on him, dude. It's not on us. Do your weirdness, dude, because we have the power of Jesus Christ in our household. You know what I mean? We're protected. We have the crown of thorns. We have the cloak of Jesus protecting us. So I'm not worried about like any, you know what I mean? I got Second Amendment, baby. So, I look at this thing, and again, it's the thing of that's how they're going to do it, because it doesn't, like, again, where I'm getting with the thing, if this is all about protecting the children, it doesn't protect the children. I don't see how it does, because as long as you don't police who's on YouTube, like, I'm one of those, like, enough with the avatars and the whole thing. Like, you know what you ought to have to put into your thing is your driver's license right there, and your little picture on the thing. You want to sit and comment and watch YouTube videos, you ought to be required to put your driver's license on there. I'm not opposed to that. Like, yeah, I think that the free fire zone, look, I'm a free fire zone kind of guy. But if you want to play the keep the children safe game, make everybody show their ID and be 100% accountable. And you know what? If you see some 50-year-old dude watching some kid channels, you should delete his access to the whole thing. Have the cops show up at his house for all I care. In fact, hang him from the light posts. I like until we get real with what the problem is. Now I'm on a soapbox. Now we want to get real with the problem on this planet. You want to talk about global warming and this and that. The number one problem on this planet everyone needs to wake up to is satanic pedophilia, man. And if you're just so negative, then you're part of the problem. If we don't really, as human beings, get together and acknowledge the number one problem on spaceship Earth is satanic pedophilia, dude, we're just whistling through the graveyard, man. And we got nothing to sit on because they don't want to talk about that. That's what the Epstein nonsense is about. Epstein's dead. No. Epstein's not dead. Epstein just multiplied into more. For every dead Epstein, there's 1,000 pedophiles rolling around with their weird little cloaks. And well, negative. You can't. No, we better start talking about this stuff because you know what? When they shut down this First Amendment, when they take away your guns, that's what they're really doing it for. You look at what the UN does around the planet, man. You look at what the IMF and all these creepy child protective services, you look at anything that has anything to do with children on a big level, they're all satanic pedophiles. There's not one group that is out protecting your children except parents, man. And parents might even be questionable. The only person that can protect your children is you as a parent, man. And you better get a fucking gun and you better arm yourself and get ready, man. Because if you're not that kind of ready to protect your children, you're a danger to your children, dude. And I'll be straight up on that, man. Like all this nonsense that's going on politically and all that, no one wants to talk about the number one. It's in our schools. It's in our government, man. The laws are creeping. All these transgender weirdos, they're all cloaking pedophiles, dude. I'm full 100%. If someone's got a body dysmorphia issue and they're a female trapped into a male's body, I get that. But the transgender people are all secretly pedophiles, dude, using transgender people as a cloak to get to your children, man. You're crazy to send your child to a public school nowadays, especially in California, man. God help us, man. Maybe we just need to sit and pray for a second. That's what's so creepy, man, with this whole thing. Because when I started digging into it last night, because like I said, I don't really like, you know what me and Owl like to watch is Matt's towing channel. There's this dude. Wait, let me pull up this channel. I'm gonna hype this dude's channel. It's rad. Hold on 1 second. They've slowed down my connection. There's a channel called Matt's Off-Road Recovery. Matt's Off-Road Recovery. It's a dude out in Hurricane, Utah, dude. He's got a little yellow Jeep 4x4 and he yanks cars that are out in the middle of the wilderness out of like bad predicaments they put themselves in. Dude, I got a 4.5-year-old kid. I watch that stuff all day long, dude. He was like, let's watch the tow truck guy. The guy's cool. The whole thing. Is that child content? To me, anything with trucks is child content. So what are we talking about as a society with this protect the children stuff, man? Because it's this thing that YouTube's doing, it's not to protect the children. And if you read what the FTC slammed YouTube for, it was YouTube that wasn't protecting the children. It wasn't even the creeps on the other side of these screens. It wasn't them. It was YouTube that wasn't protecting the children. It was YouTube. It wasn't the content creators. It wasn't the viewers. It wasn't anybody else except YouTube was the ones that weren't protecting the children. And now they flipped it on to me as a guy sitting here doing his thing. Nah, dude. I mean, I'll play along. I'll play along because you know what? Like, because I need to spread the message of sobriety in Jesus Christ. So if that means not having Owl on any of my videos anymore, that's fine. Because I'm here, I'm on the mandate of God. God sent me to this channel. And you guys know the story since Billy Carodi died. Now, I'm coming up on the 9-year anniversary of Billy. Rest in peace, Billy. I didn't start this YouTube channel for any other reason than God told me to start it. And those of you who don't have a personal relationship with God or Jesus Christ or a spiritual understanding, this might sound gobbledygooky to you, but it's not. When I pressed that button, it was a mandate by God. God had me do it. And I've been very clear about that my entire YouTube journey. Yeah, I go off on rants about this and that and blah, 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 blah. But every day I make a YouTube video, it's because God had me do it. And so as I sit here with God and I'm like, what do you do? Because, part of me is just like, kick rocks, man. Like I'll just download the videos I want to keep into my hard drive and hope that doesn't burn up. Make 50 hard drive copies, dude, whatever. But then again, I go, man, you know what? Like, I'm going to weather this storm because, all things high, dude. Well, look, man, get on your knees and ask God to help you, dude. And you'll find out how he communicates to you. All sorts of ways. God's everywhere, man, or woman, or whatever. Sometimes God talks to you through people that aren't Christian, man. Sometimes God talks to you through some lunatic homeless person sitting on the side of the road and they just say something. You're like, oh, that was the answer to my prayer. Whatever that human being just said. I'll tell you what I learned in this lifetime, man. I see God everywhere. I can see God everywhere. I can feel God most of my day. But how God directly communicates to me is through the lips of other human beings. And I'm a hermit, dude. I'm not an interactor. But I'll tell you what, dude. I learned that God communicates through other human beings, right? Because every human being is a manifestation of God's perfection, even the evil ones, dude. They've just chosen with their free will to be evil, dude. So, Satan loves those guys, right? So, if you don't want to be open to hearing God, then you won't hear God. If you got to ask how, you've already put a barrier between you and God. It's to remove the how, what, where, when, why stuff, dude. See, that's what faith is. I don't put any how, what, where, when, why anymore in front of God. I just try to gracefully walk through my space on a daily level and let God guide me through it, man. And some days are harder than others, but I'll tell you what, dude, the days that I get up in the morning and I get on my knees and I thank God for the glory of this day and I ask God to be of service, those are the days where God really communicates to you. The days where I just get up and go and blah, 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 it's a struggle. But I can stop at any minute and ask God to click me back in. I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you, if you really want to find out how God communicates to you, be of service to another human being, man. That's why I'm always talking about the name tags, dude. Like, start treating people as how you would want to be treated, right? Isn't that like one of the main tenets that Jesus was trying to tell us all? If you want God to love you, you better start loving other people, man. If you want God to forgive you, you better start forgiving other people, man. You can't walk around with your fist clenched and expect to be hugged by God. That's the devil, dude. So yeah, like I'll get all uptight like I just did on that rant, but in the end, like where I get softened, where I have to stop the rant and pray for a minute, is because at the end of the day, like, love is the only way that's going to get any of us through any of this stuff, man. You know, if we're walking around looking for vengeance, dude, that's not our job. Our job's not to seek vengeance, dude. Our job is to seek love and radiate God's message of forgiveness, man, and be a shining example of being born again. See, most people I don't think they get the concept of being born again, because it's been hijacked by religious institutions, man. Some days I have to be born again on a daily level, man. Maybe that's a sobriety concept. But I'll tell you what, ever since I decided to turn my will, my life over to my personal savior, like, it's all become very clear to me. Like, there's no more mystery anymore. Like, in the sense, like, do I know everything? No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not a slave. I'm not. See, that's where most people think that somehow, like, a relationship with God means that I become like a monk in a monastery. No, it's now I get to truly accentuate all my God-given talents and character perfections and defaults, man. And I get to use those in God's glory on a daily level. Sometimes the way to carry God's message is for me to mess up with another human being, realize I was wrong, and go apologize to that person, make amends to that person. See, most people are so busy trying to be perfect that they're failing God too. God's perfect. God sent his only son to die on the cross in a truly perfect moment. That's what the resurrection's all about. So if you're walking around sitting there being like I'm going to sit in a closet and not do anything because I don't want to make a mistake, then you're blowing it. You're not doing God's work. That doesn't mean you're supposed to be off like watching pornography every day and smoking crack. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying some days you go and we're human beings. We have bad days. We make mistakes with other human beings. But instead of running from those mistakes, that's where we get to show God's true glory and forgiveness, right? That's when we get to walk up to that other human being and go, you know what? I treated you poorly. I did not treat you fairly. I want to offer my apology and ask for your forgiveness, man. And you know what? Every time I've ever done one of that, that's been more powerful than me walking around being like, hey, bro, like blah, 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 because that's a true humble moment. It's a true humble moment to sit there and be like, I'm a failed human being sometimes. But on the other side of that, I have to be willing to accept the apology when it's given to me. I have to give everybody the right to flip out on me because I make mistakes too, or they're just having a bad day, and give them the courtesy to have a chance to redeem themselves before God too. See, that's the thing. We hold people to higher levels than we hold ourselves, man. And I get it. That's what we've been taught. That's the trap that's gone on. We have that's why the devil has sent all those fake preachers, you know, all those ones that are up there screaming about anti-homosexuality. Meanwhile, they're smoking meth, having gay sex, because that's the devil trying to burn down God's house. If you truly understand the deal is once you've turned the corner, once you've truly chosen Jesus Christ as your personal savior, and that's my experience. I don't know what it is for you. Once I did that, all the other decisions were easy. I would never, ever expose myself to pornography again, because I don't even have that space in me anymore, because even when that thought comes up, I ask God, and God's like, dude, I got you covered. Let me just take care of you, so you don't have to participate in the debasement of yourself and women and participate in Satan's organization. I'll tell you, anyone out there really watching pornography, you're participating in Satan, man. And yeah, I get it, dude. It's designed to be addictive, and it's designed to destroy your sexuality, because that, again, was the thing that God gave us to enjoy and procreate with. Are we supposed to be out being pigs about it? No. Are we supposed to have loving, meaningful relationships? Yes. Now you can argue like, what is marriage? Why did they give the marriage away to the alternative communities to debase it? It's that simple, man. You think that it's easy to be married in 2019? You've watched me struggle over the last year. You watched a man stay true to the vows that he gave, dude, through better and worse. See, everyone's like all about better. No. You know when it really counts is when it's worse, dude. When it's worse. Do you have the chutzpah? Do you have the God-given grace to forgive? Do you have the God-given grace to power through when it's worse? It's easy when it's better. Yeah, better, dude. Better's easy, dude. Life's not about better. Life's about what you do when the chips are down, dude. Do you make yourself a better human being, or do you just use it as an excuse to be a worse human being, man? So, I think about these things. I kind of lost my train of thought right there because that was sort of heavy, dude, when I was like talking about marriage. That's why everyone gets divorced, because they've turned marriage into some sort of like flagrant thing, and they have a bunch of people that I don't have an issue against alternative lifestyles. I really don't. I'm wearing a pink hat because I don't care. I truly am so secure in my own faith that I don't need to judge someone else's lifestyle and say they're wrong. They have their journey, dude. Let me see what. Do we delete this user? Hide this user. And yeah, they're out. And so it's this thing where, that's where it's all gotten convoluted, dude. So yeah, has anyone learned how to be a good marital partner in our society? No, dude. They don't teach you any of that. They just like, oh, you get married like it's having like a cup of coffee. Everyone go get married, have a cup of coffee. And then when the chips are down, everyone's like, oh, I can't handle it, I'm out. That's not what it's about. It's about when it's really hard. That's when you get to earn it, man. So yeah, like I'm fired up on this new journey. Like we've been through it all, dude. We've been through the fire, man. And Pippi knows. I wouldn't if Pippi hadn't sent me that email that one day. I don't know. But again, that's how God talked to me. God talked to me through a viewer named Pippi. I don't know how it all works, dude. But again, that's faith. That's what it's all about. Uh-oh. Let's see. Wait. Oh, wow. There we go. Right here, man. Right here. Watching my stepdaughter be strong right there, dude. Heavy. Yeah, so Joshua. Thank you. It's mutual, dude. If I didn't have anyone to talk to, dude, like I would have lost my mind. Like I'll say this again, like when all of this fell apart a year ago, if I hadn't flipped on this thing that first morning with the coffee, if I hadn't started the coffee talk and you guys hadn't been there, I don't know if I would have made it. So, whoever was asking me, how do you know how God communicates? God gave me a platform, so when my life fell apart, I had somewhere to go. I had somewhere to go that morning. I had a sleeping child on a bed. I had a house that burned down. I had a wife that had just left me. I had nothing, dude, except faith. And God told me to flip on that camera that morning at 7 a.m. and have a cup of coffee with y'all. Heavy. Makes me tear up thinking about it. So yeah, if you guys hadn't been there, if you guys hadn't been on the other side of the camera with your typing your words and sending me your emails, and I wouldn't have made it this far. We wouldn't have pulled it off. So yeah, there's no one that's, even the scumbag trolls still have value. You know, they get me fired up. Got to have someone to delete, right? So yeah, I mean, I will, yeah, it's gnarly. So yeah, I think about this thing, like, well, what's going on with the YouTube channel? Like, I value what we have here. You know, 9 years. I'm on the 29th. I went and looked on the 29th of this month. It'll be 9 years since I posted my first video. November 29th, 2010. I've been around for a bit on this thing, dude. And so we're going to survive the next storm. I got to go through. I think I just need to mark all the owl videos as child content, and we're going to make cooking videos or something. It bums me out, man. I like, one of my things I enjoy is Owl. He's like my co-pilot in this whole thing. Yeah, I'm a little sad about it, I have to admit. I think. Because he likes it, but he doesn't do anything in here he doesn't want. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't know, man. It sucks. I have to admit, it sucks. But we're gonna rally through. And when he turns 13, we'll give him the camera back. I guess the thing is I guess if he's on the video, we just make it child content, and I don't know how it works, because if you look at the thing, it's like, I don't know how you would even know I made the video, but we'll figure this all out. But again, it's just a symptom. It's a decoy from the bigger crime. There's something else going on in our society, and we got to start really like confronting it. I know it's dark. It's a dark thing, dude. But, you know, living in California, you really get to see it. It's creepy tentacles. And on a final note, speaking to Al, let's end this on like a super rad like pot. So remember, I was telling you guys about the photos. I had to battle with the photos to make sure they were straight. They just showed up. Are they going to be straight? Are they going to be straight? I don't know. Are they going to be straight? This determines something. They didn't do it, man. That sucks, dude. Yeah, well, there it is. And you can see they didn't crop the photo properly. Unbelievable, man. Incompetence. There's the bird. It's a pretty rad picture, though. See how see the lines? I was like, why would you use a lined background if you're not gonna get the thing straight, dude? That freaks me out. So this is the first photo for the new house, right there. The bird, dude. And then the classic, just your standard. Look at those wings. Look at those wings. So this is right. All right. I'm gonna apply the forgiveness right now. I want to call this dude right now, who I've been dealing with on the phone, and rail at him, dude. The emails I sent, I even sent him a cropped photo with how it should look. You know, I sent this to professional photographers. It was like, what's wrong with the photo? They're like, it's cropped wrong. The lines are crooked. I mean, how annoying is that? But you know, I got a razor blade and a ruler. I know how to make something square. I'm a carpenter after all. I get super like right now, like, what's the point? Obviously that human being out there doesn't care. So what's me screaming at him gonna do? Nothing, right? So I'm just gonna forgive him. I'm going to forgive him with me, people. Forgive this dude for making my first child school photo crooked. You know what I mean? Like, come on. But that's the sign of the times. That's somebody who just doesn't care. Like, how do you put that in an envelope and be like, dude, like it looks weird. Like, you can't have a crooked background. And I called and I talked to the dude and I was like, see, this is where like the crazy fallen human being is. Like, I want to send the dude, I want to get on the phone with this guy. I got his phone number. Be like, dude, what the heck? Why did you send me crooked photos, dude? Like, that's literally like a Photoshop tweak. 2 clicks. That's insanity, man. The school photos aren't for him though, they're for us. It's me and my wife starting over. Like, that's what the school photo's for. It's for us. That's our first photo in a frame. You know what I mean? It's symbolic on a certain level. So it's okay. I'm going to go in and make it better. See, that's the thing. I could get pissed and be like, I'm just going to fix it myself. Because that's the kind of, I'm a can-do kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I suppose that's the difference. I don't let it get me down. I could get all pissed about it. Righteous indignation. I could get a resentment about it, all that. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to forgive that human being because obviously they're not happy. Because if it was me, I would be like, I'm going to send them a rad photo of their kid, dude. I'm going to send them a perfectly cropped photo. Oh, this dude sent me an email about it too. I'm going to make sure it's right for this guy. I even sent them how it should, water off a duck's back, people. He framed it, dude. Yeah, he farmed it to the core, dude. I know. I should read the emails. Whatever. We got our photos. Put those on the wall, man. Put those on the wall. Anyway. Yeah, it was a heavy broadcast, wasn't it, dude? I think so. I think that was kind of heavy, dude. Cowfolk 7. Zombie apocalypse, man. The unspoken. Yeah, all things high. So all things high, did that help? You sent me on like a full like sideways thing about it. But if that helped, that was God talking to you through me. And thanks everyone who put some money in the live chat thing. I appreciate it. It's a casualization of luxury. It's the casual. Good, man. Where's Kong's Grove, dude? And anyway, it's all gonna be okay. It's all gonna be okay. I'm still making my Lego videos, dude. Like, no way. It's so funny though. You should see dude, just go to like some Lego channels and see the panic going on. Like, dudes have built like Lego universe channels. Like, they're like, what am I gonna do? It's trippy. And then really go look at some child content and you'll be like, oh my God, dude, this stuff should be illegal. Like, go look at this channel, the Hebe. What is it? Here, wait, history. What is this channel called? Go to the EB family. EHB as in Bumblebee family. Go to and their videos called The End of Kids and Family Channels. Go look at these creepy parents. And look at how fake and convoluted their stuff is, dude. And you just go, oh, these are the people that YouTube's going to let through the wire. He's got his little YouTube button shirt on, and they're like so fake. They're probably Satanists, dude. Anyway, go check those scumbags out. The they give me the heebie-jeebies is what they give me. Heebie-jeebies. Don't forget the thumbs up. Smash that thumbs up, people. Bah, 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 bah. I got some hats. I got some T-shirts. I got some art. The art thing's going to get into full swing. I'm going to start taking Owl's Lego creations and putting them in picture frames and doing that. All right, so I guess we're going to have to figure out a new way to get these. You know what I need to do is like, I guess we could get an email list going and I could send email out the new videos to those who want. It's so weird. Like, I don't like that. Like, that's probably the way to go. It's, you know what it is they are going to, it's, the sign of the times is YouTube's going to become just like some other garbage TV network, unfortunately. So we're going to have to go somewhere else eventually. I don't think that's BitChute, but someone's gonna throw a new electronic gulag, right? High frequencies all the way. I think we worked through it all. I won't put you on a timeout for yelling, dude. We don't yell here. I'm the only one allowed to yell. I'm surprised we didn't get more trolls with that whole satanic pedophile rant, dude. They'll be here next time. Guaranteed after that rant, they'll be here the next time. We'll be like, my wrenches are going to need to get be ready for the next live stream, dude. You know, that's also just for those of you guys who are like my like Anastasia and Stosh and all the regulars, Cassie and Eckhart Troll and Lily. Like, that's kind of why I stopped doing them on regular times too. Just so it's like, and not putting any warning up. It's just like, go. You know, it takes the trolls like 45 minutes to get here because, you know, they're busy trolling someone else's channel. Revenge of the Sis. Hey, if you guys really want to get like behind a good channel that's bringing it, Revenge of the Sis is solid. And I'm going to hype up Matt's Towing right here. Matt's Off-Road Recovery, dude. I love that channel, dude. It's super good. Anyway, this is The Illusion. I think the wife just walked in the door. We've been here for an hour, and I'm out. Hey, don't forget to use those name tags. Link down below. Thanks, everyone, for being here, and have a beautiful day. Use those name tags.